Cause I'm telling on a stick, baby. He on me, that's what he supposed to do. Soon as I pull up, bitches get real uncomfortable. Cause I'm a pressure. You wanna chill with me, but it's gonna cost now. Cause I'm a pretty problem. Like I'm do, you got the fucking skin problem. I make them work for it. He blowing up my phone, I make them hurt for it. Cause I'm a pretty problem. You know you can't stand me, but it's not number one. You say I'm no good. I know. You say I'm too good. Let me show you what I'm real, bitch. I got you stressing, but you know I'm not. Hey, everybody. If you just now popping in, welcome to Pretty Problem Podcast. I'm your friendly neighborhood homegirl, Princess Tia, if you don't already know. And this is my debate style podcast where we discuss thought-provoking topics in a debate style format. This is a safe space for everyone involved. So we do ask if you are someone who cannot handle feedback, that you do not provide your opinion in this space, as every opinion expressed in this space is up for debate. Today's topic is something that I really seen recently. I saw it on Twitter and on TT as well. And I thought it was something that we really need to talk about, especially in the vein of when we're talking about relationships and parenting and holding people accountable. So today's topic is, should parents post punishments online? With us being influencers, we spend a lot of our time on the internet, and how that view is created can have long lasting effects, right? Because we know that anything that's online is online forever. So the way the show works is, if you have an opinion on the topic or any of the opinions that have been expressed about the topic, that you request the date box. You get 2 minutes in the date box to express your opinion on the topic or any of the opinions expressed about the topic. All we ask is that you remain respectful, and that we do not tolerate any discrimination for any reason that does include sex, religion, race, creed, or credence. If you can't follow these simple rules while we have this great conversation, my beautiful people dressed in red will escort you to another live for today. We want to thank you so much for your for your participation in advance, and I thank everybody so much for making Pretty Problems your spot for this wonderful Sunday. No, he can't stand me because he know that I'm the one. Yeah, because I'm a pretty problem. Hey everybody, hi Yiki. Thank you, Yiki. All right, y'all. So if y'all didn't hear me during the intro, like I said, today we will be talking about, should parents post punishments online? When we say punishments today, we're actually talking about like those. I don't know if y'all seen it recently, the viral video of the lady um, embarrassing her daughter for having a Facebook account. And apparently her daughter was on the Facebook account using it to bully another child. So she decided to pay her back in kind by recording herself punishing her daughter and uh, doing the same thing. I'm sorry about the interlude, y'all. The location change issue. Thank you. your eyes. Feel me, don't listen to my ego talking. Rolling into my ego. Rolling into my ego. I might keep that. Okay, visually, the sunlight looks a lot better. All right, yeah. So, you like that, don't you? I'm sorry. If you just now popping in, welcome to Pretty Problem Podcast with your friendly neighborhood homegirl Princess Tia. That would be me. This is my debate style podcast where we discuss thought-provoking topics in the debate style format. Today's topic is: should parents post punishments online? So I'm gonna ask you guys, like, from your viewpoint, if you were the kid. So y'all remember being kids and you acting up in class, and they call your mama and your mama say something like, "Don't make me come up to that school, cause then I'm gonna embarrass you." Or you had that one kid whose mom really did come to the school and whoop him in front of the class. Was that a useful tactic? Was that something that
Hey,
actually was effective as far as having them focus? Hello, sweetheart. Do you have something to say about the topic?
how you doing?
Do you have something to say about the topic?
What topic?
The one that I'm discussing.
Uh huh.
Okay. Thank you. All right. So if you are new in here, please only request today's question if you have something to say about the topic or any of the opinions expressed on the topic.
Yep.
Thank you, Sam.
My 19-year-old decided to be a bully in the fourth grade, and his teacher called the mother, his mother, and told his mother called me. He was expecting his mom to pop up. Soon as I popped up, he like, oh shucks. I promise you I whooped his ass in front of the class. Teachers, principal, you can't do. I said, call ACS if y'all want. I'm gonna get him back because my background clean.
Now I'm gonna get him back.
That ass.
And do you feel like okay? So do you feel like embarrassing him was the best tactic, or was it something like I'm at the end of my rope and this is just what came to mind?
I'm glad he's 19 because he said that ass whooping changed everything for me. I promise you, this is why I finished. You see, he finished school. He didn't want to go to college. I said, legit, I don't care what you do. You can go as long as you walk down that aisle. Life is free for you.
Okay.
And then now look at him. Life is free for him. He's chilling, laying down, playing, being on his game. Nobody bothers him. He goes to work when he feel like it. I like that.
Okay. So, do you think that that would have been different if you were in the age of like TikTok, where somebody recorded you whooping him in front of the class?
Nah, cause now they just posting to upload now. That's it. Especially in this TikTok era, these techie worlds, anything just to go viral. And I don't do that just for viral.
So, as a parent, could you see yourself recording yourself punishing your child? And by punishments, I'm talking about not just whoopings, but I don't know if you've seen the videos of like the people that, like, the lady that cut her son's hair to make him look like a clown, and then like dressed him like a clown, and she took pictures and was like, since he wants to act like a clown, he can look like a clown.
Nah, that ass whooping, that's all it took. My 12-year-old, his brother talks about it to him everything. He be like, man, you lucky you don't get an ass whooping like I got it. You need to chillax.
Okay. Okay, so what we're talking about is parents who post themselves.
So like they record first person of them like whooping their kid or what I saw when I was on Facebook, it was a lady who I guess her daughter was very tall for her age and was online telling guys she was older than she was. So she made her wear a shirt that says I'm 12 with her picture on it. And she had little bobos in her hair and a little kid book bag. And she like, so that everybody knows that she's not an adult. And she posted it on Facebook. And people were like, it's the other stuff you could do. But there were some people that were like, yeah, that's good for her. She needs to be reminded that she's a kid, and everybody else needs to know that she's a kid too.
Nah, like physical abuse on the level of showing people to prove a point is a no bueno, especially when you're just trying to prove a point. I did it because it was a phone call and my son was
Make sure I do got to set for 2 minutes. All right, y'all. If y'all just now popping in, this is Pretty Problem Podcast with your friendly neighborhood homegirl, Princess Tia. This is my debate style podcast where we discuss thought-provoking topics. Thank you.
yeah, but yeah, it's like he wanted to be a bully in the fourth or fifth grade, and I had to make sure that this is what happens when a parent a bully parent got to intervene of taking care of what he's not supposed to be doing at school.
Shit. You got a lighter?
Yep.
You drank your whole cup? Oh, God. What's your trick you like? In the box?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry about that. But yeah.
I say hello.
All right.
What's the top?
So,
What's the
do
top?
you think that it helps or hurts the parent relationship if the parent posts themselves punishing their child?
If your kid can come up to you and talk about it and then laugh about it, then you're a good parent. A+. But if he talk about it and he talks to you about how he really felt about that day, then you already know you was a horrible parent during that time period. That it actually affected him.
Now, do you feel like it being online makes a difference in that? Like, if it's a memory that like just is in your head versus something that's on camera for everybody to see?
Nah, like I said, I think it's a bad thing, especially if it happens and then your kid actually, yo, my pops did this to me, this and that, and make you look like a bad parent. That's when the controversy starts.
Okay. Thanks, Vic.
That's controversial. I, for one, am not a fan of doing that type of stuff, only because of the embarrassment that it goes to the kid and the trauma that comes along with doing that to the child. And they're always going to remember that, and then you can't erase stuff that happens online. Like it's a memory. And somebody screen recorded it. Somebody else saved the video. Somebody else reposted the video on another platform, on another site. And then you have it whereas these videos are posted on multiple sites, even though, I took it down off of Facebook, but they still have 30 Instagram reels about it. They still have 40 TikToks about it. Somebody in the screen recorded it and put it in the background and is commenting on and giving their take on what happened. So stuff that's posted on the internet never really goes away. So that child is stained. So that's why and I believe that punishment should be done in private because it's for the child to be taught a lesson. It's not for everybody to see it in public embarrassment. No, it's not for that.
Do you feel does that change as the offense of the child? Like, so if your child is like acting the fool in public, does that change how you feel about punishing them publicly?
A little bit, give or take, because in the moment it may happen, like a punishment may happen in that moment. But then it's like it depends on the parent. are you that calm enough to actually speak to your child in public and then admonish them in private? Do you have that parental balance of self-control of saying like, hey, I'm going to talk to you like this in public, but once we get back to the lab, I'm beating that ass. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So it's like, it depends on the parent in that, but I still believe that, publicly, like that's like public humiliation. It's like,
Ooh, okay. What's
That
up,
was
young
New York.
30?
So y'all talking about what? Parenting in public or discipline in public?
Should parents post punishments online? So I don't know if you've seen those viral videos or those posts where like the parent recorded themselves whooping their kid because their kid was being disrespectful, or the lady who cut her son's hair into to make him look like a clown.
Right.
And said like, since he want to act like a clown, he can look like a clown.
Right. So look. So check this out. Right. Number one, I don't believe in physical abuse at all. So I don't beat my kids at all. I believe discipline is not about physicality. You can discipline your children other ways. That's number one. Number two, we been getting embarrassed in front of people. This is just social media now. But you got to remember, you got people's old mindsets comparing it to today's generation. Like, oh my God, the end of the world, social media. She put her son getting a bad haircut. It's the end of the world. Man, get out of here with that soft shit. Like, for real. Like, that shit is soft. I believe, listen, this putting it online as far as like disciplining your children without beating them, but putting it online can also teach other parents how to discipline their children. But if you beating your kids, that's crazy. Okay. As far as all of that, getting a bad haircut, your hair gonna grow back. That shit is soft. If you make trauma because of that, get out of here. Like physicality or like real mental abuse, like you putting it out there, that's wrong. You feel me? Like you're gonna like talk to your kids like you piece of shit motherfucker. That's wrong. Shit like that, nobody need to see that in person, public, or wherever.
Okay, I like that. Thank you, young 30. So you're in favor of posting punishments that are not beatings. Do you have something to say, or you just want to be a fucking asshole? Your mama.
Oh, he was an asshole, full blown.
Why you kick him? We were supposed to report him.
Yeah, so that's how I feel. I feel like it's not that deep. If it's not no extreme shit, like I said, beating your children, like I'm talking about physically abusing their ass. Like some people believe in spanking their kids' ass, but that's not gonna cause no life-ending trauma. Like nobody. The thing about social media, that shit is here and then gone tomorrow. You understand? It may be on the internet, but it doesn't hold the same value as it did when it first came out. That shit fades away. And if it didn't go viral, the only people that's gonna go look for it are people that know about it. Like that shit really ain't.
But what about the ones that do go viral? You don't think that those kids are affected, like in the long term? Like, oh, that's dude who mama had posted him with the haircut.
So what? Like, come on. Like, who cares? Like
the kid.
Come on now. Like, really think about it. That shit happened, and then he probably learned lessons from it. It probably was embarrassing, but I don't see it as a big deal as people making it seem. It's not that deep. But like I said,
Chocolate Secret said, wasn't that the point?
If you beating your kid's ass, I'm talking about like beating your kid's ass crazy with that'll cause trauma. Or you talking to your children in a belittling way where it's embarrassing, whether you're fucking up their psyche, that's bad. But,
and you don't feel like posting them being punished in like an embarrassing way. So like the kids in the Get Along shirt, right? So mom took a picture of two kids in the shirt, and they each had a sleeve, and they had to put their heads together. She took a picture of them crying in the Get Along shirt. You don't think that affects them if they see that picture again?
How you doing? I want to hop in this topic. I don't have kids yet though, so I'm gonna start with that. I ain't got no kids, but how I was raised,
been a kid before?
still kind of a kid. So So how I was raised, we were raised with like a strong father, like pastor, evangelist. His 4 sons were married after the marriage. So, you know, he had his little dream life going in. So we have expectations to like keep. But my kids, I don't like the posting part. I get you. The punishment, I believe, is important. It don't got to be. I heard the last dude, one of the dudes say he's not physical. I think I'm going to be physical, but only because I don't know other options yet, for real. But we developing and learning. But the posting to shame for the world to see that my child is bad randomly is OD. Maybe the family group chat with them in the group chat, the uncles, oh, look at this shit, da da da. But to make them a victim with strangers, I don't know. I didn't ever think about that, but that's how I'm taking it now. So I'm like, I don't know, to involve the outside world into my disciplining for the better, not just me mad, so I'm posting it, but it needs to be a discipline thing. So I don't know. It's more intimate and private, I think.
Okay. Okay. So for my question for you, if you're on that side, is so if the act is done publicly, like they act up in the mall, you know what I'm saying? They tell you like, okay,
On site. It gotta be
mom.
on site. It gotta be on site. It can't be no stuff that happened home. We're out and I'm checking you for a show. But I get it. Like church, I'd fall asleep in church. I got checked on site.
Yeah, okay, I like that one. That's a good example. So when Granny pinched you in the church and everybody seeing you crying, did that traumatize you for life, or did that change how you handled yourself at church?
Yup, change.
Right, like that's a good point. Like you said, disciplining them in public, in front of people. Now, that was something I hated. I'm sure we all hated that shit, getting embarrassed in front of our friends or in front of people. Like I'm sure we all went through that or go through that. But I don't think that shit traumatizes you, man. That's all I'm saying. Is it right that the parents are either trying to make a point or they trying to profit? It's either one.
Ooh. I like that. Point or profit. Okay.
Yeah, so but at the end of the day, it's not gonna destroy these children unless it's if it's some super extreme shit, then it's possible. Like it could really traumatize them. But a lot of that shit comes and goes. They deal with it. Kids today, their friends are the internet. So we used to get embarrassed in front of our friends. Now they get embarrassed in front of the internet. It's the same shit.
So one of the things I said earlier in the show was, remember being a kid and you know they call your mama and your mama say, "Don't make me come up there and embarrass you."
Right.
And it was always that one kid who mama really did come to the school, and she'd have her hair in a ponytail or have on some pajamas.
I was that kid. My mom came up to school every week. So I was that kid, but I don't even think about that shit. I probably laugh at it now. Like, that shit had no, like, you know.
But did it affect how you acted at school? Like, if knowing that your mama would come up there, did it change how you were like, I'm probably not going to do that?
My mom had to come. Yo, of course. Like, I don't want my mom to come. I don't want to get embarrassed or I want to get my ass beat, of course. But it's not like, oh my God, my mom came up to school. I can't focus the more. She embarrassed me. Like, that's just, I don't think like that.
Okay. Now, children aren't very nice. And we know that. Children are not inherently like the most, you know, polite to each other, right? So, oh, okay. Come on, talk about it then, Chocolate. Thank you, guys. Big 0.9 on my number one. Hello, that big 33 milli loading. What's up?
This my topic. I ain't gonna lie. This random, but this is my kind of topic. Childhood trauma. Let's go. It ain't trauma no more because as an adult, I learned it was necessary for me. For me. The bad kid, for real. The proud bad kid. Yeah. But yeah, man, I had a good dad. I got a good dad, bro. What? Car. She said, "Where the jet?
Where is it? Like, why we ain't here?"
Think the car covered it? I hate when that happens when they be spamming hella shit.
No. It's a wheel and it got like a 40K red jet on it, and we want that. We want it to pop up. I was bullied, so I feel all this. Okay, boom. So when it comes to, and I feel like that's what it kind of creates when you punish your child in public. It gives the bullies ammunition. Like, I'm gonna even go as far as like when you said the family group chat. I hated when my mama told my family when I got a whooping, or when I got in trouble at school, or when my teacher called to the house. Because now every time I go to my grandma's house, I gotta hear from my granny and all my aunties and uncles, and my granddaddy want to sit me down and talk about my attitude. And I'm like, I didn't even do nothing. It's been 3 weeks now.
Mine sit in front of the church. Oh, my son Mark. Oh, everyone come pray for him. Mark had a girlfriend.
You breaking up a little bit, babe.
It was just too much. Like, I don't know if more island people or if just black people in general or just people with parents, but that shit was very much down your neck. Like, you can't breathe, honestly, you can't have fun. Like, we wouldn't stay inside.
The level of punishment I received definitely impacted my actions at school or at a function the next time, but it wasn't a good impact. Like, if I got a whooping and I really didn't feel like I did nothing, the next time I'm gonna do something. So that way, since I know I'm gonna get a whooping, I'm going out with a motherfucking bang, okay? I'm gonna act up. Cause since I know I'm gonna get my ass whooped anyway, I'm flipping shit over, I'm hitting people, I might hit your ass. You gonna tell on me anyway.
I feel that. But look, you guys made a good point with the after effects of others. That's a good point where how are other people going to treat you as far as the bullies of the kids? Mm-hmm. Kids can definitely be bullies. Now, you went viral on social media. Chances are, two things are going to happen at the same time. You're going to get laughed at, and then people are going to be supportive. I think that shit's going to eventually be a life lesson, but it will be like probably fucked up on them. They have to deal with bullying. So that's like,
but not just bullies at school. When something gets posted on the internet, you now have to deal with internet trolls. You got to deal with bullying in real life from something on the internet, and you now have to deal with bullying on the internet for what's on the internet.
Internet, and which way to like people just leaving comments, making videos about you? What you mean?
It could be that. It could be people leaving comments. It could be people that you don't know who see you on the street and play the video for you.
Think about it. What is we really laughing at? Me getting my ass beat on some discipline shit by my parents? Like, how can that really affect me? Yeah, I got my ass beat. We all get our ass beat. Like,
so the psychological effects is it'll create paranoia, because now if all these people know your business, now everywhere you go, you're wondering if this isn't you're somewhere else where somebody's seen that video. So somebody else seeing you get embarrassed. Because the whole point of a public beating is to embarrass you. So you're going to keep reliving that embarrassment each time people see you.
See, I guess that's like if you get into a fight and you get your ass beat on camera.
Yeah, that's embarrassing. Yeah. And if somebody was to keep playing the video of you getting your ass beat, are you gonna be like, oh yeah, I lost, but that's all right? Or you gonna want to fight the person that's bringing up the time you got your ass beat?
I get it. That's true. So it is wrong. It is wrong when you look at it like that. So
I'm gonna take it a step further. I feel like me and you was young at the same time. So you remember being the kid that that talked about the person that got beat up. Like, all right, don't make me go get such and such. Remember what happened last time? And now they mad. They want to fight you because
look. What does that actually do though? Like,
it brings up the trauma because they were embarrassed that they lost. So they refeel that embarrassment thinking about the situation.
That's different. I feel like that's worse. Getting your ass beat in a fight and getting fucked up. I feel like that's worse. I feel like getting your ass beat on camera by your parents, whipping your ass. I don't think that holds much weight. I really don't. Okay, you're gonna keep showing me a video of me getting my ass beat when I was like 12. You think I really care about that?
So you're telling me if somebody was to pull up the video, somebody you don't know, you walking down the street, they're like, hey bro, ain't you And then they pull up the video, and a bunch of people come around. They all watching, and they all laughing and pointing at you.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
You gonna be like, oh yeah, it's cool.
As a kid, yeah, that's different. As a kid, hell yeah. But
right, as a kid,
yeah, it'll be definitely embarrassing for sure. It'll be fucked up. I'll probably be mad at my parents and all that. Yeah.
Physical can heal. Emotional, mental trauma is a whole different beast.
Hey, so let me bring y'all talking about trauma. So my child went through he plays football, and an incident happened just this weekend where a kid got hurt because he plays football, so he's on defense, and that's what he do. He tackled the boy, but the boy didn't move for like 30 minutes. He ended up in the hospital with a bad concussion. So with that being said, when we're talking about the trauma, what happened afterwards was he was getting bullied online, where they were dirty. They showed his jersey number. They were like thinking it was like really intentional, and that's not what it was. They were playing football, and this accident happened from, it gets rough. So for him, he's having to try to not only defend himself when he's there at the game, but he's defending himself online on top of that. So that's a certain amount of trauma. He's getting bullied on both ends, So when you start thinking about it, it's not just like people just bullying just because they just want to bully. It be those situations like that where a bad situation happened and people really don't know how to react, or they're not reacting the right way. And what's sad about this situation here, it's not just kids reacting like this, it's adults acting like this with kids. So they're not even showing the proper example of what to do in a situation like this. You're rallying right behind the same people that that you're saying that they're bullies, and then in fact you're promoting the bullying as an adult. So let's talk about that right there.
And I think that, like, when we talk about this topic of this is a form of parents bullying their kids, right? Like posting yourself,
hey, beautiful,
or hey, hold on,
hey,
wait, let me finish.
Hey,
let me finish. Wait. Posting yourself, beating your children is a form of bullying in my mind. It's a form of you cyberbullying your child because they have to relive it. And you may not ever have to beat your child again after that. But you can punish them by just replaying the video. Like, all right, remember what happened? And now you're using that power to keep re-traumatizing them so you can remain in control. Okay, what you have to say about the topic, Lynn?
Pretty much on the trauma part, like it's pedigrees to that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like she said, they was playing football. Dude he was doing his job. He was tackling the person that he supposed to been tackling. Once again, I agree with her because it's the way how the adults respond to the situation. So when the adults did a negative outcast of what happened, it mentally disturbed the young man because he like, I wasn't trying to do that. I was just trying to, play the sport. You know what I mean? So in so many ways, I agree with Heavenly when it's the way how we approach the situation. If you're going to have a problem the moment something goes bad with the situation, you should not go through with it because there's going to be a problem with it. You know what I mean? So it's the way how people put their trauma out there. Like, I'm mentally traumatized, like mentally fucked up in the head, mentally traumatized. But I recently came to the point where I could control my trauma.
Mr. Chocolate, something going on with your service since you left out the house and got in the car. I'm gonna reset it for you. I also want to just introduce the show. I'm gonna reset the box for like 1 sec. Gotcha. All right, if y'all just now popping in, welcome to Pretty Problem Podcast with your friendly neighborhood homegirl, Princess Tia. This is my debate style podcast where we discuss thought-provoking topics in a debate style format. Today's topic, should parents post punishments online? This is my debate style podcast. So all we ask is that if you are someone who cannot handle feedback, that you do not share your opinion, as all the opinions shared in this space are up for debate. We also ask that if you are not providing your opinion on the topic itself or any of the opinions expressed on the topic, please do not request the debate box. If you cannot adhere to these few things, our beautiful people dressed in red will send you to another live for the day. So please adhere to our request, and thank you for tuning in to Pretty Problem Podcast. All right, I got to reset now. Again, please do not request the debate box unless you have an opinion to express on the topic.
How you doing?
Do you have something to say about the topic?
I was just
okay. So I literally just said, please do not request the box unless you have something to say about the topic.
My goodness. Follow instructions, people. I just woke up and even I heard that. You know what I'm saying? What I'm gonna say is that getting beat by your parents or your aunt or whoever, yes, it's embarrassing. That it's going to last about like a couple days. The reason why I say that is because or a couple weeks, I literally got beat by my aunt in front of all my friends all the way home. Yeah, they was laughing at me, but we used to this. We get beat. We from the islands. What you expect? Now, if you get beat by a fight that y'all been talking about all day at school, you about to meet this person at the second period. Oh, what's good? What's up? And then you get there and you get your ass beat. That's completely different. Because you ain't standing on business, okay? You got your ass beat. And now you done went out there after all that stuff you was talking about. You got to keep seeing these students every day. Your parents don't go to school with you. So, yes, my mama beat me, whatever the case may be. That's my mom. That's
okay, I'm sorry. I know you just came in, babe, but what we're talking about is parents posting themselves punishing you online. So if your mama beat your ass like she beat your ass, but she posted it on Facebook, is that going to be something that you feel like it's going to blow over after a couple weeks?
Nah, that's once you publish it, and if it go viral, I'll never forgive my mama for that. Like, are you kidding me? You put this online, it's crazy. Like, anytime that you publicly, that's why people take their kids to the bathroom. Like, why would you publicly try to embarrass me? Like, kids care about reputation and popularity.
Shout out to my mama, because my mama was definitely, hey, what's going on, D King? My mama was definitely a bathroom mama. She would definitely let me down in the bathroom.
Now,
get me back outside sniffling before she'll beat me in front of everybody.
When it come down to it, I ain't gonna lie. If it's online, in public, it don't matter where the situation really take place at. It's about the long-term action about what are you doing. Because in so many ways, I don't feel like it really makes the kid look bad. It actually makes the parent look bad as a parent, because one, I'm not going I want my son to respect me the same way. I'm going to respect my son the same way I want him to respect me. You know what I mean? So in so many words is that he might be right here in Walmart or whatever, cutting the buck, or you know what I mean, doing what he do. You feel me? Okay, you asking for the embarrassment of me whooping your ass in front of everybody in the store. But I could just sit back and keep it privately and tear your ass up in this house. And next time these people see you in these stores, what the hell got into him? Got that ass toe up. And he gonna forever remember that, like, oh, at least my dad didn't embarrass me. Somebody got it on recording and put it out there, and now this shit and hit Facebook, and a bunch of motherfuckers liking this shit, all that shit. A lot of parents do shit and they'll sell their soul quicker than they could smoke a blunt. They'll sell their soul quicker than they'll go buy some weed. They'll sell their soul quicker than they'll pay their bills. They'll sell their soul quick. You know what I mean?
So do you think it affects the parent-child relationship once a parent has embarrassed their child? Okay.
It does.
So do you have more respect or less respect for your parent that embarrassed you? Or for the parent that's willing to embarrass you?
Oh yeah, I definitely have less respect. Number one, I don't have kids yet, but I definitely am not going to be embarrassing my kids like that. Like, because I know what it can do. Like, especially with the pairs and like you having to hear that every day, it's just a little bit much. Like, as long as they get the point and you could discipline them in different ways, like that guy just said, you know, that child is going to remember that they could have got embarrassed, but you know what I'm saying? The parent decided to leave it low key. I think that goes a long way because coming up, you know, you fighting. It's every day you fighting. Every day you fighting to survive to the end of school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And everybody remember that your mama saying, "Don't make me embarrass you in here."
That was a real threat. You know why? Because you cared about your image. Everyone knows that teenagers care about their image the most. So, like, if that's how far you're gonna go, like, come on.
Somebody put Emicillian out, please.
Hold on, I got you. Damn. I got flour on my fingers. See what I'm saying? Still did it though. Y'all sleeping in here. All right. Yeah, so for the most part, I would say that that's the worst thing you could do to a teenager. That's why, I mean, I feel like that's worse than taking a phone for it.
So you rather take their phone and just take away social media than embarrass them on social media and make them not want to get on social media.
Yes, because kids really go through a depression and they gonna be on some, they don't even want to live no more how embarrassed they are. You know what I'm saying? They're going to the next level. They don't want to show their face. They're not proud to, you know what I'm saying? That, like, deal with stuff in the home. Everybody don't need to know how you beat your baby. You beating them across the parking lot. Come on, man. Because, you know, half these kids, y'all ever seen that video?
Yay!
I made it.
You made it.
I went back home. All right. But I think it just depends on like you said something I related to. I was a bad kid. I knew I was bad. So I knew what was coming. You know what I mean? I would never expect my old Haitian ass dad to record me on Instagram getting my ass beat though. But since I was bad, I'd kind of either I'd persuade myself I deserved it, or I don't even know. No, I mean, that's something I don't know, bro. I don't even know how that go. But based on what the last person said, you are the parent. I don't think you should be the bully of your kids. It exists a lot. Stories that we all hear all the time. But yeah, I don't think it's a good look for your child to low-key resent you in the dark. You know what I mean? I don't think that's safe for both people. I think it's it just creates a environment of like as a crash out.
And I think what adds the layer to it is the fact that the internet is so long lasting, right? Like Young 30 said earlier in the show, he was like, yeah, I'll get my ass whooped. It might blow over after a couple of weeks. If you get your ass whooped in public, people's attention spans are so short. Something else happens. Somebody could slip and fall in class, and they're the new hot topic after you getting your ass beat. But if it's on the internet, like Coco Melon said, Facebook will remind you every year that this happened on this day on Facebook. So every year you're reliving.
Like, even if you ain't care the first time, it's gonna bother you eventually. You know what I mean? Even if you really knew you earned it, by the 12th time you're gonna feel a type of way. Why is it posted? Like, was it that serious? Like, what's up?
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
And then if somebody you like finds it, now you trying to date, and the person that you dating find this video, you getting your ass beat when you was a kid. And now it's like you gotta explain like your parental relationship, and they might be a sensitive person and be like, it was wrong for your mom to do you like that. Now your person hates your mama.
Oh shit.
excuse me. Oh my! I just thought someone else was in front of me. What's
It was
good?
stuff that happened with his service. I gotta reset it again. I got you. Yeah, I'm gonna let them go though. This line long.
I see. But yeah, I appreciate this first time on the show. I just wanted to throw my little 2 cents in there because, like you said, I was a bad kid too. I was definitely a delinquent. But I definitely appreciate my mom not embarrassing me online. Like, boy, because I can't. Like, because when I got my butt whooped, I got my butt whooped. So, like, I'm talking about hands, elbows, knees, and toes. You know what I'm saying? But it was out of love, and I feel like just posting that online, I feel like that's really that. Like, why would you do your kid like that? Like, I want to show my kid a light. Like, I don't want to show my kid like like nobody needs to know I'm disciplining my child. You that's for me and my child. I don't need it. Nobody needs to know. Oh yeah, I discipline my child. I don't need no clout for that. I don't need no type of views for that. I don't need people to know how I discipline my child. Everything is between me and my child. I'll beat my child up and down this whole hallway, but they gonna come back with a nice fresh lunch, good clothes, everything. You won't see what happened yesterday, but that next day they be all right.
Okay. So, do you think that the level of respect you have for your mom was higher because she wasn't the type of mom that would embarrass you?
Yeah, because you love me enough not.
Okay, let me reset it. Hey everybody, if you're just now popping in, welcome to Pretty Problem Podcast. This is my debate style podcast where we discuss thought-provoking topics in the debate style format. Thanks everybody so much for sharing your opinions. Today's topic is, should parents post punishments online?
Yes, they should.
Okay, and why is that?
Because somebody got to teach these badass kids something. They got to have a tutorial 101 of what not to do.
So how does posting yourself punishing your child show children what not to do?
It showed them that they're not the boss. You post on the line, so you humiliate them for the rest of their life. I think that's awesome. It refines their character.
How does it refine their character?
One, it keeps them off social media from now on. They'll never be on social media again based on what happened to them.
Okay, so you think that creating an aversion to social media is helpful?
It's helpful and it's also harmful in both ways.
How
But I
so?
try to look at the good things out of the bad.
Okay, so tell me how it was helpful.
It's helpful because them kids, whoever them kids are, they won't have a social media, which means they don't have to worry about being in those type of predicaments ever again because they won't be
But
online.
everybody else has a social media. So let's just say your child has an aversion to social media because it's a video of them getting their ass beat on Facebook, so they don't have a Facebook, and they come across someone who does have a Facebook. Ooh.
They better go back to landlines.
Back to landline.
Yeah, pen pal days. They better write send a note to their
I'm
lovers.
saying, what about the people who they're gonna be encountering who can see this video, who can show them this video on their phone or on their tablet or on the computer at school? How many times when we were in school did you watch
I
fights
say
on
put all the
YouTube?
kids in dungeons. I say put them all in dungeons.
Dude, weird.
He's just trying to troll. I wouldn't let him.
I got a question though, and this for everybody that's a parent. Now, will you put your child on social media for a level of respect, or would you put them on social media for a 10 minutes of fame?
Ooh.
Because the thing is about the social media thing, the thing about the social media platform, it's like you said, they remind you every year that something goes on. So, like, I agree with them they don't really need social media, But I don't agree with him on embarrassing them on social media to keep them away from it, because in so many ways it stops the child's social life. The child wouldn't know how to interact with folks. You know what I mean? So in so many ways, yeah, social media, it got its benefits to it, but it also got its higher downfalls. You know what I mean? So in so many words, I don't care what the situation may be. I don't give a damn how mad my child made me. This nigga could pop me with a motherfucking gun. You hear me? I am not fit to embarrass him in public. I would let him embarrass himself before I do it.
Oh.
That's like you telling him to get out of this tree before he fall, and he don't want to listen. Now, if you pull your phone out and having to record it, and you steady telling him in the recording, get out the tree, I ain't gonna hurt myself, and wham, it happened. Which one funnier? Ben?
I mean, yeah, that's true. I think it's like a kid having a social media. I feel like they should, but in moderation. I feel like because as a '90s baby, you know what I'm saying. You want to we definitely technically had social. We had like little chat rooms and stuff like that. You know,
Black Planet, Blink.
You know what I'm saying?
Tag.
So we 90s babies definitely kind of, you know what I'm saying, did that. You know what I'm saying? We pioneered that. So in a way, a lot of us had our dangers, you know what I'm saying? But embarrassing your kid on social, kids are cutthroat, all right? Kids are bullies. It's really hard to come back from something like that. And so it's like when you embarrass your child on the internet, it just gets worse, because then, you know, we have cyberbullying. It gets worse because now people are bullying you from all type of places. You know what I'm saying?
And that bullying doesn't just, I know, right? The bullying doesn't just extend to kids. Again, you have deranged adults. Like
Right.
there are adults. Yeah, I'm gonna drop it down to a minute 30 because it's a lot of y'all. You have deranged adults who don't know how to let stuff go. Like, so now you got some grown person who has an obsession with doing stuff, fucking taking screenshot pictures from the video and posting and sending them to you in the mail, and keep reminding you about that ass whooping that you got 20 years ago. Or
it's a lot.
They bullying your mama now because your mama was the one that posted it. So now it's a bunch of disparaging comments online about you that your child have to see.
Facts.
Every year.
Okay, girlie, I don't think embarrassing.
What's up, sister?
What's going on, brother?
You know how to come through for one time. So here's my thing. I think a lot of this that I've heard is a lot of like where the child is like getting beat and being punished. There are other ways to post this, because for me, if I want to stand on business with my children, I'm not going to post them. I'm going to post myself up there talking to all their little friends, telling them, hey, my child will not be doing this, and this. That might be long lasting, but guess what? That's still, it might humiliate them for the moment, but that's going to be something that they're going to have to live with. If they've done something to violate or go outside of the deem of how they should be interacting with people in general. If they do something that requires a punishment, I don't have to publicize it to a degree, but I can stand on business and say my child will not be going out, my child will not be doing this, my child will not be doing that. That's my personal business. And that's also speaking to those children, that's also speaking to those other parents, so they recognize and know, hey, this is how I feel, and this is what I know that my child will and will not do.
Okay. Now, for you, I'm gonna ask you the same question I asked all the other parents. Does that change as the level of the action change? So if your child snatched away from you and said, fuck you, Dad, in the middle of Walmart. Are you still gonna wait till you get home, or are you gonna handle that issue in Walmart?
Oh, that's a personal business at home.
I don't care how my son embarrassed me right there in public, but in the end of the day, I'm going to show him who's in charge. And once again, it still goes back to the bullying situation, though. I mean, it's the way how you handle it when you get home. A lot of parents thinking, I'm gonna whoop his ass. I'm gonna tear your ass up. It's gonna solve that problem. No, it actually makes the problem worse. My mom used to tear my ass up all the motherfucking time. You wanna know what I used to go out there and do? The same shit, but twice as worse.
Because I know I'm gonna get my ass beat. Since I already know what's coming. And at some point, like I told my aunt one time, I feel like kids build an aversion to that pain. It's like if I know, if first of all, you're gonna whoop my ass the same way you whoop my ass every time, right? So I know it's gonna hurt for about an hour, maybe 2. I'm gonna take a nap, I'm gonna wake up, and I'm gonna be right back in it. But I'm finna go all out with this shit now because I know I'm finna get my ass beat.
Right, that's the thing. So in so many words, like I told my baby mama, man, if you don't stop whooping him, just take what he like. He like that game, he like that phone, he like that tablet. Take that shit from him. You ain't gotta whoop him. She did that shit for like 3 months. Now he get everything he want because he know that shit gonna go.
Oh, Gee, let you come back. Yay, no reset.
Okay. I don't believe in whippings. Whippings just makes a kid mean. I don't believe in embarrassing a kid because embarrassing a kid is just setting the kid up for him being bullied. That's all it's doing. You're just setting that kid up to go the rest of its life from being bullied if you embarrass them on social media. Do I agree with that gentleman that said take stuff away, stuff that they like? Hell yeah. Yes, fuck yeah. But you got to tell them why you're taking it away. If they don't know why you're taking it away and you're just taking something away, then they're not being accountable for what you took away. You can say, I'm taking this game system away. But if they didn't know, hey, you didn't come home at 10 o'clock, okay, you were 10 minutes late at your curfew. Yeah, then you know why you got your shit taken away, all right? And you're being held accountable for it. Whippings, like that gentleman said, it just makes you want to do it again and again and again because it's like big deal. I'm going to get my ass whipped. I used to make my daughter listen and repeat to me what she did to be in trouble. And she hated that word. She said, just whip my ass, Mom. Just whip me. I'm tired of you lecturing me. Whip my ass.
I told my mama that once too. When my mama went the punishment route, I hated being on punishment. I can handle a whooping because, like I said, an hour, maybe 2. I'm gonna take me a nap. I'm gonna get up and keep
right
on
back out there.
But them punishment, and my mom, again, the way our house was, we had a duplex, and our house, my room was in the middle of everything, and I had 2 doors. And I couldn't close my doors. My parents were them you don't get privacy. Privacy is people who pay bills. So my doors was always open. And I would get a punishment like Mom would be like, you can't watch TV. But she wouldn't take my TV out my room. She would just dare me to turn that motherfucker on.
Now, wait. Hold up. To the lady that just left the box. You gotta let them know what's going on. Okay, if you're not letting them know what's going on, all this effort that you putting up in there is pointless. Pointless as hell. So, in so many words, is I got a stepson, you know what I mean, all that good shit, and he wanted to play with outlets. Oh, okay, I got you. I just show him what happened when you play with him. Every time he reached for it, a little thump on his head. Pow, ah. But when he looked at me, I go to reach for it and I touch it. I act like it hurt me. So he putting 2 to 2 together like, oh no, let me leave that alone. Leave that alone. I see why he's stopping me from touching that. You know what I mean?
That's smart.
It depends. It depends on the age of the child that you're disciplining, though. Little kids, you got to let it's trial and error. Older kids, you got to make them accountable for what they did, and embarrassing them is not making them accountable. Okay, you're just making them hurt, and they're making you not trust them. So now you got a sneaky child because they don't trust you because you embarrassed them. I'm not letting my mom and dad know nothing because that bitch took that shit on social media and embarrassed me. So now I'm going to get real sneaking. Now I'm going to get sneaking. Okay. You know what I mean? Now I'm going to start doing things on the down low. Hi, Teddy.
And I'm gonna take that a step further, and I'm gonna say that's how I felt about my mom telling family stuff too. Like, I feel like if my mom used to preach to us that what happened in my house, stay in my house. So if what happened in your house, stay in your house. Why you calling my granny and telling her that I got in trouble at school last week? So it's only that only apply to
you
your
lose
business.
a layer of trust. No.
Like,
okay, for instance, my mom took when I started my womanly cycle, and she told everybody in the whole town. So now everybody in the whole town of this little West Virginia town knows that I started my womanly cycle. That was embarrassing. So now every time I acted out, oh, Brenda's on the rag.
Like, wow.
Hello.
Do you have something to say about the topic?
What's up?
Do you have something to say about the topic?
Huh?
Do you have something to say about the topic? All right, y'all. Hold on, I got it.
I already knew what time it was when he said hello.
All right, y'all. If you just now popping in, this is Pretty Problem Podcast, my debate style podcast. We do every Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern. We actually reached the end. So this is gonna be after showtime. So I'm gonna the day box already set for a minute and a half. But if you want to catch the show and you want to be a part of the show, it happens every Sunday at 1 p.m. Gotta play my outro music. Hold on. Alexa, play Pretty Problem playlist. Alexa, play Pretty Problem playlist. I'm gonna take the day box down, but it's just so I can do the outro.
But yeah.
Oh, I got you. So yeah. If you don't already know, this is your friendly neighborhood homegirl, Princess Tia. This is Pretty Problem Pod. This has been Pretty Problem Podcast, my debate style podcast where we discuss thought-provoking topics in a debate style format. Today we discussed, should parents post punishments online? We had a lot of amazing feedback from everybody in the room. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, especially the parents that shared their opinion on the topic in particular. I appreciate everyone that had a viewpoint, whether that be on for or against. We appreciate everybody so much for being here. You could be anywhere else in the world, but I'm glad you decided to be a pretty problem today. I also want to let y'all know I will have some events coming up next month. I will be in Top Badge Big Shawnee's Hoochie Mama auction on October 18th. That will also be my birthday celebration. I'm going to go live on my actual birthday. I won't be celebrating. I'm just going to be live. But my actual birthday celebration will be on October 18th. So y'all make sure y'all pop in and come see me. Get y'all a princess for her birthday. Okay, a birthday princess is better than any other princess. Okay, period. I want to also thank y'all so much for everything that you guys do for me on an every week basis. My birthday is October 3rd. Also, we have some things going on. We have also Top Badge Strawberry Red 1 year anniversary party. Anniversary auction on October 26th. So y'all make sure y'all pop in on that as well. I will be auctioning off that beautiful lady. So y'all make sure y'all pop in so y'all get y'all a strawberry, okay? No, he can't stop me because you know that I'm the one. And today is Sunday. It's content day. Sunday is content day for the gardeners, okay? We have coming up, we have Downtime with Beautiful J at 4 p.m. The feature show at 4 p.m. at the top of the app. We also have Family Affair with Top Bad Chakra Energy. You can catch me in the box at Family Affair playing those scenarios. So y'all make sure y'all pop in there at 4 p.m. as well. Our next future feature show. We also have Cooking with Cakes at 6 p.m. every Sunday. So y'all make sure y'all pop in on that as well. Cooking with Cakes. Also, we have Both Sides of the Fence with Top Badge Big Shiny and My Stinkeroo. Y'all Pretty Problem Laser today. So y'all make sure y'all pop in on that as well. Sunday is our content day. Thank y'all so much for being a part of the Pretty Problem. Cause you know that I'm the one. All right, thank y'all. I appreciate it.